Hey, it's Abbi J here, and today I wanted to make sure that you knew the rules of how to be a decent human being on social media. And more than that, how to be real and how to have people enjoy following you, because we all have that friend where we don't know who they are on social media. They kind of turn into a different person on social media and say things and do things that they'd probably never do in real life. So this video is all about, yes, teaching you the manners of social media, but also how to be real and share enjoyable content with your friends and family and followers. So let's get going on these rules, and be sure to stay to the end because I have an awesome free download for you. But the first rule when it comes to being on social media is to be shareable. What do I mean by shareable? I don't mean that your content is so amazing that random strangers share it and you get millions and millions of views and likes. That's not what I mean by shareable. What I mean by shareable is that you are actually putting content out there that people enjoy. And now that seems like a lot of pressure on you, but really it just has to pass the test of, would I want to see this? Now, a lot of people don't realize that they're kind of posting some content that I would mark as not really shareable or share worthy when it's like the 20th picture of your baby. Yes, they're adorable, they're super cute, but I've seen 20 pictures of them. I'm kind of over it. Now, I know you can have those pictures of your baby, but just post one or just post a couple, because that is still a shareable moment with other people, that you're not bombarding them with too much of a good thing. Also, there's some people that I had to unfollow, friends from high school that I totally love and know, that post pictures that if my mom saw me scrolling through and that came across, oh, I'd be in so much trouble. Or my husband would stop and be like, excuse me, what's that on your phone? Please spare people those photos that are just a little bit too revealing or too personal, and people probably just don't want to see them. So if somebody would, if your mother would be embarrassed about the photo you're posting, probably not shareable. So make sure the content that you are posting is shareable, and that is something that you would want to share with friends and family. It doesn't have to be shareable to the world, but just those that you really care about. My second tip for you when it comes to social media is to be courteous. When we are online, we sometimes feel like we're a little bit distant from people and that we can say and do whatever we want. And it can turn into bullying in extreme forms, and it can just turn into kind of plain rude in other forms. And now I totally know that you aren't intending to be rude to other people, but have you ever read a text and it just came across really blunt and cold? Well, that's the problem with social media, is sometimes we mean something to be funny, or sometimes we just throw a comment out there and we don't realize that it's rude or that it could hurt people's feelings. Many times I'll have people comment I don't get this picture, or that doesn't make sense, or I don't understand why this is funny. And I understand that they're asking you a genuine question, but when you read that cold, it sounds snarky and sarcastic. So be sure that your comments and your content isn't coming across in any way snarky or sarcastic. And I get you can't control how people read your feed and read what your content is, but do your best to put the impression out there that you're not trying to be rude or disparaging in any way, because that's not what social media is about. My third tip for you is a pretty obvious one, but I love to say it. It's to be social. This tip is all about engaging with other people. And I totally get, I'm not a big commenter on other people's posts, but if it's somebody that is really close to me or a really big life event, I make sure I comment, and I make sure it's a very genuine comment, because social media is all about making those connections with people and making meaningful connections. So I kind of have a rule that I like all my friends' photos, whether or not it was the most gorgeous filter or whether their sunset was just perfect, that they're my friend and I want to support them in any way. So I like your photos and I try to comment when I can, because I want you to know that I saw you and I recognized what you're doing in your life. And that's what social media is all about. So be sure to put forth that little bit of extra effort. It takes 5 seconds at the very most to start being a little bit more social with your social media. And my fourth tip for you is to be you. sometimes we get drawn into this idea that, oh, I have to be the Instagram girl, or I have to only post gorgeous photos of myself, or that there's rules like I can't post too many selfies. I don't know who made up these rules. That, yeah, you want to be courteous online, like I said, and not post like 20 selfies of yourself, but you want to make sure that you're being true to you. And my little sister the other day said, Abby, I love this photo, but I don't know if I should post it. And I said, why? She's like, well, I don't know if other people will. Who cares? If you like it, post it. Just be you. And if you are somebody who loves to use filters and take awesome gym shots of you, like lifting heavy weights, that's awesome. That's you. And people know that about you and your profile and what you're gonna post. But just be true to who you are and post content that makes you happy, because if people don't want to follow you, they don't have to. Check these out. Give me a comment below if you like this video, and of course give it a nice thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these videos. And like I promised, in the description down below you are going to find a link to 10 days to a more powerful you guidebook. And this is completely free for you. And it's a 10-day guide, really easy to get through, and it will change your life. And real change can happen in 10 days, and you'll be amazed at where you'll be in 10 days. So go ahead, check that out, and I can't thank you enough for watching this video. And oh, probably appropriate, follow me on Instagram. I try to be real, I try to use these tips, so let me know what you think. I'll make sure to put my handle below, and I will see you in the next video. So Abbi J out.